Something very subtle happens as senior leaders get more senior and nobody is really talking about it. You don't lose confidence, but you start editing yourself. And it's not always in the most obvious ways. A lot of times it's in very small ways. You pause before you speak, you will soften a point you would have made directly before, and you start adding context that no one asked you for. You rethink whether something is worth saying at all, and it all feels very responsible and it feels like it is appropriate for the level that you're at. But all of this editing is not coming from maturity, but it's more about evaluation. At senior executive levels, you rarely react to a single moment. You are reacting to how everything gets read, who pushes, who hesitates, who gets labeled difficult. So instead of speaking from judgment, you start speaking from anticipation. So you are trying to get ahead of how your words might land, how they may be interpreted, how they may be used later. And slowly, without even realizing it, you start to trade clarity for safety. And that's when leadership starts to feel very heavy. Even though the work hasn't gotten harder, but a lot of times you are carrying the extra load of self monitoring. And leaders who keep their authority don't do this less because they are braver. A lot of times it's less because they are clearer on what they own and what they do not need permission to say. So once authority is stable, all of this editing is going to drop away. But until then, self editing often looks like professionalism, but it's actually a response to being constantly assessed.